This is a show, it's full escapism, no pun, but it really is an old school, an old fashioned sort of thriller. It's really well thought out. It's not, there's no tropes. So what you think about hijacking, you just throw it out the window and put your seatbelt on. Oh, couldn't help myself. But it's going to be fun. It's really well done. And I'm not just saying that, but it really is. I keep saying people, it's like the longest flight I've ever taken. It's like 6 months making a film, about a 6-hour flight. There's an irony there, but it was a lot of fun making it. First of all, the idea of doing something that is just old school entertainment, but done in a way that no one's seen before. And a hijack, we've seen it all before, but doing this in a different way was really interesting. George Kay is a phenomenal writer, and I wanted to work with him, and I thought, here's the opportunity, so yeah.
I got stuck on a train one day. The train stopped abruptly, and I was worried that there was some incident on board. And I thought, what would happen if that happened in real life? If it was much more serious than it was on the day I was travelling, and what would it be like if we put that 30,000 feet in the sky? Yeah, we're always trying to peel the onion back and create twists and turns along the way. So as each hour goes by, there's more story to unpack.
I want the audience to know as little as possible, other than their expectations about what getting on a plane might be like. Obviously, the title of the show is Hijack, and we're not hiding that. But I think the fun of the show is in, as Idris's character Sam discovers, trying to figure out what's going on, and playing detective and trying to figure out what's going on with the hijack and how to solve it and how to live through to the next second and next minute. Idris is great. Idris is the planet around which all other moons and smaller planets orbit. It's incredible having someone like that at the centre of the show. Not just because it forces everyone else to raise their game, but also because he really embodies the character. He's charming. He can convince you to do something you might not otherwise want to do, and so it was a gift having Idris in that role.
I can tease that it is a nail-biting roller coaster ride of a show. I know when I first read the script, I couldn't stop turning the pages. So if I feel like that reading it, I think the audience is going to feel the same. Well, it's sort of interesting as an actor because obviously you're going through one emotional journey, and so you have to really track that as you move through episodes, and working with 2 different directors as well. So not only do they have to know where you are at any given time, you have to know where you are. Whereas, usually if you're going from one point in time to the other, you can sort of skip to a different emotional point. But so that bit was quite challenging, but it also was really nice to only have to wear one outfit.
Lots of twists and turns, yeah. Even in the pilot, that was why I wanted to do it so much in the first place, is that you just want to turn the page and find out what's going to happen next, and they keep up that momentum for 7 hours, which is testament to Jim and George. Really fantastic. The craftsmanship of it is amazing.
The rest of the cast, great. I didn't work with Idris for 1 day in 6 months because he was 30,000 feet up in the plane, and I was running around Whitehall, chasing bad guys in cars and pulling out shooters all over the streets of London. Some of the greatest things for me, obviously, the stillness amidst the mayhem, but I also do like driving in high pursuit, and I do like having a little bit of fun. The stunt guys always love it when I'm on set because they know I can drive. However, the owners of the action vehicles do not, because I'm going to ruin their cars.
Hijack is a high-octane thriller which all takes place on a plane and on the ground. It's kind of in real time. It's edge of your seat action. It's a really smart thriller. There's comic moments, there's strange moments, there's unexpected twists and turns. It's classic can't miss TV. I'm really excited to be here and see this thing made real. And it's just such a thrill, a real proper thriller. I couldn't put it down when I read the script. And I'm so excited to be here, even though I know what happens, no spoilers, but I can't wait to see it all unfold. It was such a great, intense shoot, some great talent on board, fantastic writers, directors, producers, as well as the great cast, of course. Yeah, it's perfect TV. It's just a thrill to be here and be part of it. And such a joy to be like the captain of the plane, to pretend to be the captain of an Airbus. It was just great. It was like a sort of 9-year-old's dream for me to do that. It's a thrill. It's a thrill to be here.
Well, it was my first time working with Apple. Very excited. Classy company to work with, coupled with Idris Elba and George and Jim and a wonderful cast. It truly was a very, very enjoyable experience for me.
Well, truthfully, it's George K's inspiration, and as he's been saying, he was actually stuck on a Eurostar, and the lights went out, train stopped in the tunnel, and he started looking around the carriage thinking, who can help me out of this situation, who's going to make it worse? And that's where the kind of idea of it came from, and then it escalated into an idea set on a plane.
Yeah, it was one of those sort of one-page ideas that grabbed you straight away, and when they sort of pitched it to us, we were just like, we have to be a part of this. This is a brilliant opportunity to tell a very accessible story, but very intelligently.